Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie and welcome. So I'm going to be continuing with my Kate Miss, which is like my version of Vlogmas. And for today's video, we're going to be doing my favorite full face of drugstore products under $20. So let's get started for all the girls and gals on a budget out there. All right. Shit. Oh, this is mommy's. You can't have this. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with my face today. I'm going to go in with the Pretty Fresh Primer from Colourpop. I wrote down prices for you, but I can put them on the screen as well. This is $12 at Ulta. So I mix things that you can only get at the drugstore and things that you can only get at Ulta. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm going drugstore shopping, I go to Ulta because it has both. And usually I need to pick up something high end too. So yeah, this is $12. Great primer. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation. This is my absolute favorite from the drugstore. It is the Infallible Pro Glow from L'Oreal in the shade Classic Ivory 201. For all my combination dry girls out there, this foundation is and I mean like combination dry. I have combination skin. My forehead gets really oily, but I definitely have combination dry skin. My skin flakes when I don't do my skincare. It's really bad. So this foundation is amazing. I'm in love with it. And to be honest with you, even if you're dry, oily, you could still use this. You just have to use like a pore filling primer for your skin, and then you can like make it matte if you want it, but it has the most amazing finish. It's so beautiful. Because there are days where I'm definitely more oily than dry, and I still use this. Sometimes I'll mix some of this in with it, but it's beautiful. I can't get enough of this foundation. Every time I wear this foundation, I feel so beautiful. I just do. I love it. Okay, now it's time to conceal the eyes and everything else that I don't like about myself. I'm just kidding. Mostly my zits, because I mentioned in a couple videos ago that when I'm sick, my skin goes really bad. So I have to take extra good care of my skin when I'm sick, because if I don't, bad things happen. Like all these spots over here, they're all breakouts. Yeah, there's some over here too. Yeah, my skin just gets so angry with me when I'm sick. You obviously don't need both, but This is my favorite one to use under my eyes, the Pretty Fresh, and it's too light to use on the rest of my face. It's one of the things I like about Colourpop. Their shade range from the palest of the pale to the darkest. It's great. They have a really great shade range. Because usually I can't find a concealer that is lighter than my skin, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you. So usually I use the same shade. Like, this is the lightest shade in the Maybelline range, so I can't highlight with it or like really do anything with it besides put yeah. When I want more bright eyes, I use the Pretty Fresh. Day to day, if like I'm going to work or something, I'll use the Fit Me because it's the same color. It's not going to bring too much attention to my under eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you do. I'm sure we all have that concealer. Oh, by the way, my dog is chewing on a bone. That's what that sound is. But I'm sure we all have that concealer that we use when we want more attention brought to our eyes, as opposed to the ones where you want your eyes to blend into your head. And the Pretty Fresh is great. It blends out really, really well. And it doesn't leave your under eyes looking cakey and dry. So I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Perfect. I love this concealer so much. All right. Now I'm going to set my under eyes. Actually, I'm going to set my face first. I'm just going to get my powder ready. I'm going to be using the Fit Me loose powder for underneath my eyes. It's such a soft, finely milled powder, and it's great. So for my face, I'm going to be using the Matte and Poreless from Maybelline. Okay. Now I'm going to set my under eyes with the loose powder. You can go a little overboard with this powder and it's not going to look like, it's not going to look dry. That's one of the things I love so much about this powder. Yeah. So now I'm going to contour. And I'm going to go in with my Shade and Light contour. No, that's wrong. This is the Mega Glow contour powder from Wet n Wild. And I'm going to be using both shades. So for my under eyes, I'm going to take the banana shade. Then for my contour, I'm obviously going to take the contour shade. This is a great, inexpensive contour palette. It is $5.99. And it works really, really well. Yeah, when I use this contour palette, I'm never disappointed on how my contour looks. It always just looks beautiful, which, you know, a girl loves. All right. Actually, I forgot to contour my... All right. So I really want to get into cream contour like this year, 2021, because I've never done it. And I'm curious if, one, it'll look good, and two, how it'll react to all the dry patches that are on my forehead. So I'm like, yeah. We shall see. All right, now I'm going to bronze my face with the City Bronzer from Maybelline. This is a great, great bronzer. And it just makes you look like you got back from the beach. And you are just bronzed and perfect. I love it. All right. I'm going to use blush now. I'm going to go, I have two, no, I'm going to go in with the Sweet Cheeks blush from NYX. Just because of how much I like the formula. But I can never open it. All right. Looks like this. It's in the shade Bang Bang. Such a pretty shade. Every time I see the shade, it makes me want to pull out a sweater, which, as you can see, I did today. Because I just couldn't help myself. Plus, it's chilly, so I was like, you know, why not? What do you guys always ask for Christmas? Mine, I ask for, like, as like a different gift. My mom will never just get me this as like a normal gift, but I ask for pajamas and fluffy socks. She puts those in my stocking. I love socks. I'm not wearing any right now, which is kind of, it's contradictory, but I do. I love fluffy socks. I have like 5, 6, 7, I have a lot of pairs of fluffy socks, and I just can't get enough. They're so comfy. They're so cozy. They feel like butter on your feet, and I love it. All right. This is the Nudes palette from Maybelline. So first I'm going to go in with this obviously very loved shade since I hit pan on it. Maybelline palettes are really great for beginners. I think this was one of the first palettes I ever owned, and I still love it, so that tells you something. All right, I'm gonna take this shade right over here, and I'm gonna apply this to my outer corner. Little smoky eye action. And I'm going to take the tiniest bit of this. It's like a dark, cool toned brownie gray. Yeah. This palette is cool toned. So if you don't like cool tones, the Nudes of New York is a good one too. It's like a good warmer toned palette. But this one is good. When I went to high school, Maybelline was everyone's jam. They had this palette. They had the pink one. I think that's called the Blush Nudes palette. I don't know. Yeah, everybody had those. So I think I just aged myself. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, Maybelline was definitely big when I was in high school and middle school. And then people started branching out into like the naked palettes, and I was just like, I'm gonna stick with Maybelline. I have a naked palette. I like my Maybelline one better, but the Naked Honey, beautiful. All right, now I'm gonna take the brush that I used to do my transition, and I'm going to blend on the edges a little bit. Now I'm going to put something on my lid, and I don't know what I want to put on my lid. You know what? I'm also going to be going in with the Blush Crush palette, and I really, really, really like this shade right over here called Pop a Bottle. So I'm going to take that on my finger, and I'm going to apply it to my lid. I love that shade. It's so pretty. It just looks so beautiful on the eyes. Makes you look kind of like angelic. I love it. All right. Now I'm going to take my liner. I'm going to be going in with my Line Stiletto, which is my all-time favorite Can't live without it. Been using it since high school. Yeah. And before that, I used the Eye Studio gel liner. But this is I love this. When I was in high school, I was always on a hunt to find the liner that was the easiest to use and the fastest to do. This was definitely it. Sorry the camera keeps moving, my dog keeps hitting it. Ooh, dropped it. Now I'm going to go in with the Blush Crush palette for my lower lash line. I'm going to take Blush Wine, which is this one right over here. I wanted to do something colorful today, but not too colorful, so I kept my lids pretty neutral. Even though it's like they're coolie toned. This shade over here is a satin, so you can see there's glitter in it, but when you put it on, it doesn't look like there is. And it just blends out really nice. Something I've noticed is that satin shades can be easier to blend because of the glitter in them than matte shades. I don't really dislike them. I know that some people can't stand satin shades, but I mean, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna take How Rouge or How Rogue or whatever. It's How Rouge. Yeah, it's How Rouge because they're going like, how rude. Yeah, okay, I got it. I swear I can read. I swear. Ooh, I like this. Okay. I'm taking more of How Rouge and just make I want my under eyes to be pigmented, you know? I want you to be able to see that I'm wearing purple on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the flat definer brush one more time, and I'm going to take more of Blush Wine and just deepen it a little bit because I feel like I blend it out too much. Honestly, that happens to me all the time. All right. Now I'm going to take the same pencil brush and I'm going to take the shade in the middle called Made You Blush. I'm in love. More of How Rouge and like just make sure it looks purple and then gradiates into like the pink. This is such a pretty eye look. I can't. But it's simple, you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like the lids are so simple with a huge ass wing, which I didn't mean to do. And then the lower lash line has a pop of color. I love doing that with my eyes. Use like a pop of color on my lower lash line or on my inner corner. It's everything. All right, there. Now I'm gonna use my mascara. So this is one of my favorite mascaras of all time. Am I the only one that always gets mascara on their hands and on their nails when they're doing it? When you're either pulling the mascara wand out of the tube or putting it back in? It can't just be me. You have to be honest. I'm just kidding. Yeah, now I'm going to go in with my lower lash mascara. I'm going to be using the Big Shot from Maybelline. I don't like this on my top lashes, but on my bottom lashes, it's great. The brush is perfect. Back in the day, I also really liked the L'Oreal Telescopic. It has the itsy spinsiest brush. It looks like the Giga Black Lash Mascara one from MAC. I was watching Jaclyn Hill not too long ago, right? And well, I watch her all the time, but she went on a drugstore haul, Ulta, Target, all that, and she bought the L'Oreal Telescopic and she couldn't get the wand into the tube. Girl, the mascara is good. You need to go try it again and just buy a different one. I guess you just got a dud because it's amazing. I had it. It expired and I threw it away. I just haven't repurchased it yet. It's good. My eyes are done. I'm in love. Now, see. I'm going to highlight now with the Master Chrome from Maybelline in the shade Molten Pearl. Such a good shade. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm going to go in with my lip. I'm going to be using the Soft Matte Lip Cream from NYX. This is a great lipstick. I like the color a lot. I'm going to let this dry a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with Baddest Beige from Maybelline. Alright. I'm going to go in with Baddest Beige now. I love a good glossy lip. All right. Now I'm going to go in with the Butter Gloss from NYX in the shade Creme Brulee. I'm pretty sure I'm down now at Ulta. And it smells like cucumbers. All right. And we are done. I hope you guys enjoyed my favorite drugstore makeup under $20. Ooh, my curls are going crazy. I love makeup from the drugstore. I do. Like, Colourpop technically isn't drugstore, but it's sold at Ulta, and they make good stuff. Literally, I love all their palettes. Like, their not their Lucky Charms palette, their green palette, their monochromatic palette. So their green palette, the orange palette, the Blush Crush palette. Yeah. Colourpop makes really good stuff. I love their ultra glossy lips. Butter glosses are one of my favorites. So I wanted to include like a lot of NYX in this video too, because NYX makes great stuff. Their butter glosses, their soft matte lip creams, their regular bullet lipsticks, their blushes. Girl, NYX is great. Thank you for watching another video in Kate Miss. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you.